Hello fellow FlossTubers and crafty friends, Stacy here, and this is the first FlossTube video of 2020, which makes this the beginning of season 3 of my FlossTube channel. And so welcome to a new year, which also for me meant doing the 12-month town stitch along for January, and I will get into that last. First, I did get a little bit of a haul. I wouldn't say haul, I just got something new, and it is to do a project that is my own design. I have these cross-stitch fabrics that somebody gave me that you put onto any kind of fabric that you want, and then whenever you use this as a guide to stitch, and whenever you are done with your stitching, you can wet this and then pull out the strings that are in there, and it leaves your stitching, and then you don't have basically the self-made Aida fabric. So I came up with an idea as to what I wanted to use these for. I have a 10 count and a 14 count of this. I'll probably use the 10 count. But my idea for using those is I'm gonna get a black t-shirt and put a sparkly rainbow design on it. And I was planning on having black paper and then putting my design, just to show you what was in my brain, with sparkly gel pens. And I could not find any sparkly gel pens at Michael's or Office Max, and so I don't have a visual for you as to what's in my brain. Rainbows are very in now. They have come back around from the 80s when they were really, really popular. Anyway, everything is rainbow. Mouline Etoile. Floss, basically, from DMC. They're all sparkly, and I have reds, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then they only have two purples, and the other one is a very, very light purple, and I didn't think that that would go with this rainbow. So here are my rainbow colors, and I'm going to hopefully do like a swirl with the rainbow on the t-shirt. But anyway, I got some of these at Michael's, and then I got some of them through 123 Stitch. They were actually a few cents cheaper on 123 Stitch, and I was having to order something anyway, so I got a few on there. And also they had some colors that Michael's didn't have, and Michael's has some colors that 123 Stitch didn't have. So this is a combination of the two. That will be fun. I don't know how I'm going to do that. If I have any of the viewers that know a little bit about maybe a free app that I can either put on my iPad or my Amazon Fire that will allow me to create my own graph of the cross stitch, then let me know in the comments below. I would like to have a free app, or if I really cannot do that, I will put it on graph paper. So Also, what I have worked on was the Heart and Soul Josephine Wall Heaven and Earth designs. The last time you saw this, I didn't have this area in here, and I didn't have any of this down here. So now we're getting into, I will show you on the picture of this. Now we're getting down into this area where a lot of the pink and purples are gonna go, mostly pink. And that is the area that I'm getting to on this. Now that I'm doing this, I started with a mini, and a mini is huge anyway, but now that I'm getting into this, I think that I might be able to do one of the regular size, but I'm gonna finish both of the minis that I have before I start that. Last but not least, for the 12-month town stitch along, I, in January, did the Clock Shoppe. I will show you that. Clocks Repair. It does have a lot of beige and browns and white and light gray. The light gray is not different enough from the white for my liking. There is a light gray line all the way around the cloud that you can barely see because the difference isn't that much. So if I have light gray on any of my other 11 of these stitches, I will probably make it a little bit darker so that way it can be seen easier. The button on this one is this little snowman down here. And this one has so many more beads than what you can visibly see on here. The snow around the outside is not beading, but there's, let's see here if I can get close enough. All the red at the bottom where the flowers are, that's beads. This tree over here, mostly beads. Around every window, around the door, around the sign, all of that is beads. Up here. And then we got some little scalloped beads that go for the garland. All the red up top, that's beading as well. And for my other 11 months, I have all Mill Hill Christmas Village kits that go along with that one. By the end of the year, I will put them all on one big piece of regular cotton fabric and make one big piece out of them. But for each month, I'm gonna stitch them separately. I have all the, it's 14 count navy Aida for each month. So this is February's 12-month town stitch along item, the police station. The button on this one is the wreath, I do believe. Nope. Just kidding. It is the star that's at the top center of the building. That's the button that goes on this one. And I'll have a little bit of a different color scheme. But again, this is going on navy Aida, so it's more visible, I feel like, with the navy. And the Clock Shoppe was the only one out of all 12 that I have that has this cloud in the sky. Looking back on it, I wouldn't have done the cloud at all. I would have just left the sky clear with the snow. But too late now, and I definitely don't want to frog all of that. So for next month, I have the police station going on for the 12-month town sale, and you can go on Instagram and do the hashtag 12-month town sale stitch along to see what everybody is using to participate in this stitch along. Also, hopefully, if I can raid my sister's gel pens and glitter pens, maybe I can have like a sketch of what I am thinking in my mind on what to do with these, and show you guys on some black paper what I want to do with these on a t-shirt. Also, next month I plan on doing a video to show scarves, crochet and knit, and hats, beanies, toboggans, whatever you call it. Hats and scarves is hopefully what I'm going to have a video on next month. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, where you can see all of my crafty things. I don't make it personal or political or controversial or whatever. So it's just crafty things, as well as some pictures of my little dog, and you can see what I'm up to on Instagram at StacyNoelleCP. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell so that you know when my videos are coming up. Thanks. Bye.